What is going on YouTube? It's your boy JR here. We are back with another video, and it has been some time since I have spoken with you all about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 that we have right here. So if you are interested in hearing my experience with this phone, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. First couple things I want to talk about is definitely the design, performance of the Snapdragon, battery life, man, battery life. And finally the cameras. So let's go on and get into it. Now, the Z Fold 6 has been a decent phone for me. It really has been. And I have to kind of speak on this as if I'm working with two different phones, two different devices. Out here, you know, we have on the outer display, pretty much I can do everything that I can do on any other phone. It's just I have to be more conscious of how I do it. The display is definitely a beautiful display. It's always very vibrant. Picture is very sharp and clear. Although I'm gonna go on and tell you right now, I mean, I know that Samsung did widen the screen just a little bit, but it's still narrow. And I think that's, you know, something. They improved it just a tad bit, but Samsung, you gotta go on and give it to us, man. I mean, the foldable market, a couple generations back, man, other companies have already surpassed you as far as the cover display being narrow and much wider than before. But I will say that, you know, the display has been nice. The display has been good. Like I said, I just have to be more conscious of how I type, because typing text on the small keyboard that we have can become a task. You know, it's something I definitely have to focus on more when I'm typing. That probably is my #1 gripe with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Now, as far as the Snapdragon chip is concerned, performance has been great, man. I mean, you can't really say anything about many of the processors out right now. I think that the processors are optimal, especially with the software, Samsung software in the foldable game. You guys got it #1 for sure in the software game. As far as the foldables are concerned, I mean, in general, software has been great. When you're opening the phone, you know, and we take a look at the display, the software can be exactly what you need it to be. It can be exactly what you need it to be. It does exactly what you need it to do. The fact that you can multitask, you can have one thing here, then you can have another thing. I don't know, what can I pull up here? We got a camera here, we got Google here. If you want to pull up Play Store, you can drop that right here. And you can go here to another app, and let's see, I don't know, you can pull up Amazon, have that pop up right there, and so on and so forth, man. I mean, it's just so many different things that you can do. Like, what else do I got here? Let's pull up CNN. I already got four windows open. Drop it in the middle. Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's open though. Y'all get what I'm saying. Either way, but the multitasking is a plus. Trickle back one more time on the display. As far as the inner display is concerned, I feel like it's a great inner display. The 7.6 inches is enough. It's definitely enough. It does what you need it to do. I almost want to say it feels like this, the outside screen is like too narrow, and then the inside screen is almost like too big, especially if you're trying to type and reachability. You know, I don't know, hit the like button if you kind of agree with me on that. With the performance, I think that I have no issues with it. I haven't had any problems. I mean, besides regular glitches and things like that, but everything functions properly. Google Assistant is great. Circle to search is great. And I think that you ought to be very, very happy with it. The next thing I want to talk about is the battery life. Battery life. Battery life has been tough. I can't even lie. I found myself having to charge my phone every day around 4 or 5 o'clock maybe. I may be left with, I could be down to like 30%, you know, by 4 or 5 p.m., which wouldn't be bad if that was the bulk of the hardcore times that I use it for the day. So when I get off of work, I go back to the gym, I do my training, I'm listening to music, I'm on a Stairmaster, I'm watching Netflix or something, and I just don't want to take that chance of not having the battery I need to make it through the rest of the evening. So I do find myself having to charge my battery before I get off work, just to ensure that I can have enough to make it through the rest of the day. Battery life can be better, but like I said, it's depending on you as a user individually whether the battery life will be good or not. And the last thing I want to talk about is the cameras. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. The inside under display camera, 4 megapixels, is horrible. It's no good if you're trying to actually like take selfies and you're trying to do something, you know, just photo wise. But if you're doing any type of web chatting, Google Meets, any type of FaceTiming, the inside would work perfectly fine for you. But aside from that, not really so much. We already know that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 does not have the top of the line cameras as the S24 lineup and is way more expensive. I'm not gonna keep beating the dead horse, you know, with the same thing, you know, talking about the same stuff. The cameras are good. I'm not gonna say they're the worst. They are definitely not bad by any means. They take perfectly good pictures. Video is still good, and trickling back on the display, everything looks amazing with it. 8K is great if you happen to use that, and I think that for the average consumer, the Z Fold 6 cameras are perfectly fine to use on a day-to-day basis. Last thing I want to say is overall, I think the Z Fold 6 is a great phone to use. If you can get past the fact that the outer screen is still narrow, I think that you will find that this phone is an amazing device. If you can get past the pricing of the phone, then I think you'll be all right. Take advantage of the trade-in deals that Samsung has. If you already have a S24 or S23 or a Galaxy Z Fold 3, or even if this is your first time coming to an Android phone, if you have an iPhone, go on Samsung's website, check out their trade-in deals. They have great trade-in deals. Once you're already in the Samsung ecosystem with a foldable, you can pretty much guarantee that you'll be paying not little or nothing, but you definitely won't be paying $1,800. For those of you who don't know, I traded in my Fold 5 and got $1,200 off. They're basically giving the phones away. So, and they already give you a free upgrade. When you pre-order, they'll give you the 512 gigabyte version for the price of the 256 gig. Terabyte version is probably a couple hundred more expensive than that. So these are just a bunch of things to consider, you know, if you're thinking about the pricing. But as far as the device itself and how it operates, the battery life, the durability of everything, you have nothing to worry about. The Z Fold 6 is definitely IP, I think it's 48 rated. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. You don't have to worry about water or dust resistance on this version. The hinge is absolutely great. Haven't had any problems out of that. Like I said, if you can just get past the front narrow screen, you'll be good to go. Other than that, Z Fold 6 is a strong contender. I gotta be honest, man, the software on the phone is what's really keeping Samsung kind of, you know, up in the top. Let's be honest. But anyway, man, if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Turn on your bell notifications so you know when I'm posting videos. I will holler at you guys in the next video. Y'all be safe. Peace.